Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, on behalf of the Council of the European Union, I would like to welcome you at the conference organized in connection with the 10th EU Day Against Impunity for Genocide, Crimes Against Humanity and War Crimes. I'm really grateful for choosing the topic of protecting the independence and integrity of judicial and prosecutorial authorities that are fighting with such crimes as genocide, crimes against humanity and war crimes. I think it is extremely relevant topic these days. Ladies and gentlemen, we face an unprecedented pressure these days on the International Criminal Court and in general on the, I would say, situation of different international adjudication mechanisms. We know well that judges as well as prosecutors that are affiliated with the ICC face different challenges concerning their work. I would like just to mention that one of the best lawyers, one of the symbols of the ICC, Professor Piotr Hofmański, who announced arrest warrant against Vladimir Putin, is subject of arrest warrant himself issued by Russian authorities. It shows what kind of danger people that are serving in the court face on a daily basis, that their personal security is under threat, and that we must do everything as a diplomatic community, as EU member states, in order to support those people, but also the ICC as a whole. But I would like to say also that these days we see the emergence of the new tribunal for the crime of aggression, the tribunal that is the implementation of the idea shared with us 3 years ago by Professor Philippe Sands. In a seminal article published in Financial Times, Philippe Sands has called for the establishment for the crime of aggression. And right now we see, after the Lviv Declaration of 9th of May 2025, that there is a willingness, there is a support, EU-wide support for creation of this tribunal. We know that this tribunal will work in the agenda of the Council of Europe, and the recent meeting of the Committee of Ministers that took place in Luxembourg was devoted to move things forward. So let's count that this tribunal will be one of those mechanisms of establishing the accountability for crime of aggression committed by the Russian Federation, but also that the ICC would have enough of energy, power and support in order to adjudicate and prosecute other types of war crimes committed as a result of Russian aggression. Ladies and gentlemen, during the Polish presidency in the Council, we have organized the seminar that was entitled From Nuremberg to The Hague. It was an important event signaling our unwavering support for the issue of accountability for war crimes. We see these days, also taking into account different level of discussion on those issues between those countries in Europe and those across the Atlantic, that our unified European support for international accountability for war crimes is important more than ever. But we should not forget that independence of judicial authorities and prosecutorial bodies is one part of the story. The other is what we do in order to document all those war crimes. And I'm really grateful to Eurojust that we can work together. I'm really grateful to prosecutorial authorities of number of EU member states that they are engaged into the documentation of war crimes committed in Ukraine. But I would like to encourage just everybody who thinks that it is a priority from the point of view of our identity, from the point of view of European identity and the future of Europe, to be involved into this process. Because sooner or later, all those cases that are documented would serve us for prosecuting of different kinds of war crimes that have been committed as a result of the Russian aggression in Ukraine, but also in the context of other war crimes that are committed all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wish you a good conference that would contribute to shaping better standards of protecting judicial independence and integrity in the context of international criminal accountability. Thank you very much for your attention.